welcome back to my channel. I kind of lost track as far as like how many days I've been here. I don't know how many days I've been here. I don't know if this is like my second day, my third day here. Today we are exploring the island. So a little history on Saipan. Saipan, I think in like 1898 belonged to Spain, and then they lost it to Germany, and then after Germany the Japanese owned the island, and then after Japan it belonged to the US. So as far as like what I can see in an observation compared to like Guam is more Americanized. Saipan or Saipan, however you pronounce it, there's a lot of Japanese people here. Like in general, like the tourists that come here, a lot of Japanese people. No es por nada, o sea, mis observaciones, pero esta isla está hermosísima. Para empezar, está hermosísima. La naturaleza está intocable, como ninguna otra. Pero lo que voy a decir es que los buildings están bien jodidos. Parece que aquí pasó un typhoon, una bomba, yo no sé qué. Y yo sé que tiene que ver mucho con política. Por ejemplo, el casino nuevo, el casino que tiene mucho gold. No sé si vieron mis videos anteriores, pero lo muestro en los videos anteriores. Ese casino fue hecho por China y quedó a medias. O sea, nomás hicieron lo de enfrente y lo de atrás no lo hicieron. This is the casino I'm talking about. So it was built 7 years ago, and it was only built from the front. Like it's empty, like there's nothing behind this building, and it has to do with politics. Another fact is, yes, this is an American territory, but Americans cannot buy land here. You can lease land for 50 years, but you cannot buy land. Only people that are considered Pacific Islanders or from Saipan, I don't know the exact rules, but like only people that are from here can buy land. This right here is known as the Sugar Docks, and this is where the United States invaded Saipan when the Japanese owned it. I don't know if I can capture the tanks on camera, but there are 2 tanks out there. There's one out there and also another one way far out there. So those are Sherman tanks. They were disabled by the Japanese, so when the Marines were trying to invade Saipan, they were shot at. I believe we lost like 3,000 Marines. So on 15 June of 1944, the 2nd and 4th Division of the Marines invaded Saipan. So you see what I mean by like there's a lot of abandoned buildings. Perhaps these belong to Japan, and then once the Americans took over, the Americans just didn't keep up with the Japanese buildings. But like there's a lot of like torn down buildings. Parece que les cayó una bomba. No sé si esto fue parte de un typhoon. No lo entiendo. Pero sí hay bastantes buildings que están feos. This is Ladder Beach right here, and far out in the water, I don't know if you can see somewhere over there, let me try to zoom in, is Tinian. That's also another island that belongs to the United States. I am currently standing in Saipan, and 3 miles away off in the distance you can see Tinian. And Tinian was important to the Americans in World War II because it was used to launch a B-29 aircraft, which is the Enola Gay, to do the atomic bomb attack in Hiroshima. There are a lot of caves right here alongside the beach, and these caves were used by the Japanese civilian people. So basically when the United States was taking over this island, this is where they would hide because they didn't want to be killed. By the way, guys, I am not a historian. I'm just a regular person. If you guys want to find out more information, you guys do your own research. I'm just like covering things really basic, and if I get some information wrong, please forgive me. This right here is an elementary school. Imagine going to school like this. Like they're little tents with ACs. See, there's some kids there playing basketball. This right here is the last command post that was owned by the Japanese, and this is where they got attacked by the Americans. Come inside so we can check this out. So you can see the places where they got attacked by the Americans. And this is where the Japanese people were at. I am standing in the highest point of the island in Saipan, and this is called Mount Tapuchel. Over there you can see Tinian, and then way out there there's like another small island and it's called Roden. So right here is where the Japanese were trying to protect the island, and then Americans were coming from right over there, which is called Sugar Dog. So Americans had a lot of issues coming up here because, let me see, I don't know if you can see, like there's a very distinct line that you can see in person, and that is all reefs. Imagine trying to cross like a coral reef with a lot of equipment. A lot of ships wouldn't make it out here. It was really difficult, and then on top of that, with all their gear that they had to carry, and Americans were coming up to this mountain, which is the highest point, and Japanese were shooting at them. And a lot of people died. A lot of people on both sides. A lot of people died. I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of like at an angle. And Americans were coming from the water all the way up this mountain. I am done with my history class for the day. Like I said, I'm not a historian. The rest of the day, I just enjoyed spending time outdoors and all the beautiful beaches they have, listening to the local radio stations. It was a vibe. This is what I love. Such a beautiful beach, and there's no one here. It is so beautiful. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Go ahead and give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe. And as always, I will see you every day at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.